Alright, we've had our Breville for a couple of days. We're already able to make some really good coffee, some cappuccinos out of it. It's been very tasty once we got some good beans. First thing we learned was don't use the automatic settings. I did not care for anything made with the automatic settings. Once we started measuring our beans in grams and then weighing the actual shot that's coming out as well, and everything turned out much better. We also have bought a couple of new accessories. We want to try a couple of things out. One of the things that we noticed, this one, it's okay. It seems to do just fine. It's the one that came with it, nice and heavy, has the little double spigot. But I wanted to try the open bottom. So we got this one. It's nice wood handle. Feels really nice in your hand. I'll have a link to it. We don't have any affiliations right now, so we don't make any money, but I will put a link to anything that we use in the description, so if you like it, you can go check it out yourself. This was, I think, $50, so not cheap, but seems nice. One thing we were watching last night, some of the baskets, the holes are not even, and you can hold it up to the light and you can see holes that are not completely drilled or they're uneven. This one, all the holes look great. I don't see any issue there. So I think that's good. And also, when I looked at this one, we had to take it out obviously, but I didn't notice any real problems with it either. We also have a couple of other things that we're going to try out today, so keep in mind, most of the time we have no idea what we're doing. We're just trying to make good coffee and learn. We're going to let you come along on our journey. One thing we noticed right off the bat was when you make your grinds in here, it piles up. It's hard to keep from spilling it. We've ordered a funnel that'll fit on this or this, and then it will hang there and you can fill it that way. But the first option we thought, which was better, was to get a dosing cup. This will fit in here, hang there. We'll push that in to put that. Then for this, we have another actual dosing funnel that fits on here, magnetic, has just a little bit of a magnet, really fits on this one really nice. This one I don't think has as much metal in it. It's not as strong. This one, it really clings to it. So then we can take the grinds in here, pour it in here, tamp it down, do all the other stuff, pack it in, and we'll be good to go. Another thing that they all recommend is to use the little needles to do the grinds, to eliminate any air pockets and evenly distribute everything so you don't have any channels going through it. So we got that. We also got this and this. In addition to, this is the one that came with it, which is just really a basic, there's nothing to it. It works, but you have no idea how much pressure doing or anything else. You're just, tamping. I'm not going to probably use it anymore. I'm just going to leave it there. We have two. This one is a heavy one, and this has some ridges on it, and it will distribute like this in the grinds, but it really only does the top. I don't find this one, I don't think after looking at reviews it'll be that useful. This side though, you can adjust it, then you can tamp your stuff down, but I don't know how you judge the pressure yet with it. This will be an experiment eventually, probably not today though, I don't think, but it's interesting. I have to do some research on it. This one is pressurized, 30 pounds of pressure, which seems to be the norm. So basically, you have your grinds in here, you put this on top, and then you start pushing, and when it bends down, you know you've hit 30 pounds because it's a spring. So that's pretty cool. So I'm going to try that today, I think. We also found out, we brought this Illy cup. Family friend gave us a couple of these. He used to work there over in Dubai. We really like the cappuccino in this. It has the nice curve to it. It's just the perfect little mug for a cappuccino or a latte, I think. So we're making them in this, and we're enjoying it. Automatic settings, we did not get any good coffee out of this really. I think you could adjust it eventually with a lot of tweaking, but to me it's just much easier to do everything manually. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to try a couple manual ones. I'm not going to do any art on the cups. I don't know how to do that yet. That's further down the road. Another adventure perhaps. Okay, let's make a cup of coffee. We have our beans sealed. We have a little auto sealer we like to use. We are going to put 18 grams of beans in here. Some of my beans try to escape, it seems like. They were okay being roasted, but they don't want to be ground up. Okay, let's put 2 more in there. We'll do 18.32 because we're losing maybe 2 or 3 tenths, 2 tenths or something in the grind. So put that in there. Okay. Alrighty, all ground. Now then, we won't need this till we get over to here. So we'll use our magnetic funnel, which I like a lot. Okay. It's a nice little mat. It's Maria's idea to get this, and it's actually a good idea. It has to have a little place here at the back, you can see, to rest your thing, to do your tamping. And it's nice because it's rubber, so you can tap, let your stuff settle. So now we've got to here. I do like this. I have decided that we do. It redistributes and gives you a nice smooth level, which everybody says is the most important. And this is the 30-pound thing. The one thing I didn't mention earlier is it auto levels too. Leveling, making sure, because if we do it with this, you may not be completely level. Not going to be perfect. This one, because of the big lip on the outside, it will always sit flush and be level. So I press it down twice. We're good to go. Use our screen on top of the thing. It's very nice. I find that that's doing a good job. And then put this in here, and then we are going to, actually I'm going to do something a little different. Just out of curiosity. Haven't done this before. I want to try doing it in here. This is higher, so it maybe a little less if there is any splatter, because sometimes the drip splatters a little bit, and then I'll pour it in there. And plus we can see what it looks like. Okay, so we will change over to manual settings. We're going to turn this one to the right, which takes us to double shots, and then we will press that. Now you notice this light comes on. Now it's ready to go. The only thing we need to do is watch for it to come to 30 grams, and then it will continue to extract a little bit more as the pressure dwindles, and we will end up at about 36, which is what we want. Huh, yeah. Okay. Okay, we're done. We got a nice shot. Did really well. Did not see any spraying. There's nothing on the back. All right, so next we're going to make our milk. It did not take me too long to get the swirl down. I'm not sure that I have foam down yet, but I'm working on it. We will see, right? So we'll let the steam build up a little bit. You want it to swirl, and then you can just feel for the heat. Want it, I think, no more than 150. And basically when it gets hot to the touch, should be good to go. And I'm going to grab one of my towels. We keep fresh towels here, white towels. We only use them for the coffee. And we toss them and wash them. That way they're not used for anything else. Okay. Now then, let's. One thing I feel like with this is you're losing a little bit here, but maybe it doesn't matter. I'm not really sure. Let's see what I do here. Yeah, I didn't get hardly any foam. I did not do. Yep. Okay. There's our coffee. As you can tell, I'm definitely still a novice, but so far I have been able to make a tasty coffee. Let's see what we have here. Oh man, that's good. That is good. I did do one thing. I had been grinding at a setting of 12, and I tried 10, and then I went to 8, and I think 8 might be the right place. 12, it's a little short, maybe 23, 24 seconds. So at 8 it seems longer. We're getting near that 30-second mark. This is from Costco, Caldi's Coffee Roasting. I believe they're out of St. Louis maybe, I'm not sure. Vintage 1937 blend. Chocolate, nuts, fruits with subtle roasted notes. Maria says she can taste the chocolatey flavor. But there's no bitterness. It's very smooth. This has a nice robust flavor to it. We have another one. This is Beans, the Panther coffee that we got, 1985 Espresso. This one is super mild. It is, if you like a really mild, just really good tasting, this is a good coffee. Milk chocolate, toasted almond, full-bodied and mild. It's a medium roast, just a really nice bean. But surprisingly, this Costco bean is really good. The only thing we found so far is we had one older bean that had been in the bag open for more than a month, maybe 2 months. We weren't using it because at the time we didn't have a grinder. And we had taken and ground some of them with a manual grinder that we found out really wasn't any good. Those did not perform well. They did not produce. The taste was just terrible, really, just terrible. But just by, even before we kind of figured out what the settings should be, changing the coffee was really all it took to really make it nice. Coffee beans, If you are trying to get your machine, whatever it is, I think, dialed in, you do not have good coffee beans, you are wasting your time. They need to be fresh roasted. I don't know when the Costco ones were roasted, but these were roasted on the 19th. We had them in our hand on the 22nd or 23rd, so that's fast. These were in the Costco, so definitely longer for the delivery process, but still very tasty. I can't say I'm as good as an Italian barista yet, because in Italy, oh my God. We got up in Milan the first time we were there, and we went down to a coffee shop, and you stand at the counter and the baristas are all dressed with white shirts and ties, and they're making the coffee, and you eat at the counter. They have the fresh croissants and the pastries there, and they make that cappuccino or latte for you, or espresso. Well, I had a cappuccino and I couldn't believe how good it was. I ended up drinking 2 or 3 of them, I think. It was kind of like when we were in Vienna. There's a little coffee shop, a hole in the wall there, that makes maybe some of the best coffee in the world as well. We went there to get, well, we found it, we knew about it, but we found it by accident. I just stumbled upon it while we were wandering, and I was taking some photographs. We had one. It was so good I couldn't leave, and there's nowhere to sit. It's just literally like a 12 or, well, maybe 24-inch square hole in the wall, and then their little shop inside, and nowhere to sit. You're just in an alley, kind of a passageway. We stood there while I drank 2, and then I took one with me. It was so good. So I have not found that here in the US. I have not found that coffee shop that gives me that experience. So after a lot of debate, we decided to invest in this so we could control our own coffee, and they are really, it really is a good machine. Maybe not coffee snob, or snob may not be the right word, but the real aficionado that wants, you know, the multi-$1,000 machine and everything. But it's, for us right now, it's great. And I definitely recommend it. Gives you enough control, I think. These are pretty close to what I'm getting over there, and what I'm making now after having this less than a week is already better than what I'm getting at the coffee shops or at Starbucks. You don't need any sweetener, you don't need anything, you just need a little bit of whole milk, and you need a really nice shot of espresso. You're pretty much good to go. Hope you enjoyed this. We will continue to explore coffee. We'll be posting more videos of different things as we find interesting. We're also doing some canning, some jam. It's canning season, so we're going to be getting blueberries soon. We'll have peaches in August. We'll be canning that. I've got 2 recipes that we just filmed yesterday. A blackberry strawberry jam, which was really amazing. And then we did a blueberry raspberry jam, which was also really good. So we're going to have all of that, as well as our normal travel stuff. Hope you enjoyed this. Take care. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Syrup. Filipino for delicious, tasty, nice.